In this video, I am going to solve KCET 2018 Mathematics paper part 4 from question number 31 to 40. Let us move on to the first question. In this case, question number 31. This question based on the chapter differentiation. So let us see the question. Y is given infinite terms are there, then find the dy by dx. So I am not solving an usual method in this question. I am solving by a shortcut method. So using a shortcut method, we know that the formula, if y is equal to square root of here x is their f of x function, whatever it may be in this place, either trigonometric functions or logarithmic functions. Here algebra is there, so f of x plus square root of f of x plus square root of f of x up to the infinite term. Then dy by dx becomes f dash of x divided by 2 into y minus 1. So using this formula, we have to find the value of dy by dx. Here in this case, f of x is what? So in this case, f of x is x. Then find the f dash of x we need. In this case, f dash of x is equal to 1. Directly we can write dy by dx is equal to f dash of x divided by 2y minus 1. Here 1 divided by 2 into y minus 1. So this is the dy by dx. So option in this case D is correct. So this is easy question. Most of the student attend this question easily in as usual method, but I am solving this question by a shortcut method. Take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 32. Once again, this question based on the chapter continuity and differentiation, particularly continuity at a point. So in this case, f of x is given. Here x is not equal to 1 means x less than 1 or x greater than 1 means you can use only one function, both LHL and RHL. So and f is equal to, here if x is equal to 1, k is given, is continuous at x is equal to 1, then find the value of k. So using the continuity definition, it is already given. In this case, f of x is continuous at x is equal to 1. So directly we can write f of 1 according to the definition of continuity, f of 1 limit x tends to 1 using the function log x divided by base e, log x divided by, it is understood, base e divided by x minus 1, because so x is not equal to 1 means either x is less than 1 or x is greater than 1, which is same function for both LHL and RHL. Hence we can write directly. So f of 1 is given, x is equal to 1, f of 1 is equal to k. We have to find out this value. So here in this case 0 by 0 for, use LHR rule. So LHR rule, differentiate numerator at numerator and denominator at denominator till we get 0 by 0 form end. So limit x tends to 1. So differentiate log x nothing but 1 by x divided by x minus 1, x 1. So 1 it is. Now apply the limit. In this case 0 by 0 form is gone in this case. So now apply the limit 1 by 1 1, 1 by 1 1. K is equal to 1. So easily we can find out k value. K equal to 1. Option A is correct in this case. So this is easy question. Most of the students solve this question easily because they have already solved this type of question in NCERT textbook. They ask this type of question in theory examination also. It carries 4 marks. Here it carries 1 mark. Take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 33. This question based on the chapter application of derivative. Usually they ask 5 or 6 question on this chapter in KCET. Let us take first question in this case. This question particularly based on the topic approximation. So let us see the question. Approximate change in the volume V. So volume V of a cube. Volume V of a cube. We have to find out delta V, approximate change delta V. Cube volume. This is question mark. volume of the cube nothing but what in this case x cube, length into breadth into height, x cube. So we need in this case dv by dx. Differentiate v with respect to x, 3 in this case 3x square. So and one more condition is given in this case caused by our cube of side x meters caused by increasing means positive side by what 3%. So here in this case delta x is given, side change of delta x equal to what 3%. 3% means what 0.03 into x is given. So we have to find out in this case delta v using the formula. We know that the formula delta v is approximately equal to dv by dx into delta x. Here 3 parameters are there, 2 parameters are given, and find the delta v. So delta v approximately equal to dv by dx 3x square, delta x 0.03 into x meter cube. Here value meter cube, a meter is given, in this case meter, so meter cube. Now delta v becomes approximately equal to 3 3 is a 9.09 x square into x cube meter cube is the correct answer. 0.09 x cube meter cube, option A is correct. So this is NCERT direct question. All the students solve this question easily because they have already solved this type of question in NCERT textbook. They has this type of question in KCET theory examination. 2 or 3 marks, it carries 2 or 3 marks. In this case it carries only 1 mark. So easy question, take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 34. Once again this question based on the chapter application of derivative, particularly maximum and minimum of a function. So let us see the question in this case. Find the maximum value of this function. Maximum value of this function means what? First we have to find out the maximum point. Either maximum point or minimum point, derivative at that point becomes 0. So using this condition we have to find out the maximum point and then put the maximum point in this function, we get the maximum value. Here find out the maximum value in this case. So let us take this f of x is equal to 1 by x to the power of x. So now differentiate with respect to x on both sides. This is standard result. F dash of x is equal to 1 by x to the power of x into log of 1 by x minus 1. So here in this case f dash of x 0 when f dash of x 0 if log of 1 by x is equal to 1. So now log of 1 by x, it is not equal to 0. This is 0. Log of 1 by x is equal to 1, then f dash of x is 0. So using this condition we have to find out maximum point. Either maximum point or minimum point, derivative at that point is 0. In this way we can find out maximum point. So log of 1 by x is equal to 1 means what? Apply log on a logarithmic different rules of logarithm. E is equal to, in this case 1 by x is equal to e power 1. So now e is equal to what? Either here in this case x, we have to find out e is equal to 1 by x, x is equal to 1 by e. So this is the point of maxima. Now put this value in this equation. This becomes maximum value. We get f of x at x is equal to 1 by e. This is maximum. So maximum of f of x is equal to, put the x value 1 by e, nothing but e to the power of x 1 by e. So maximum of f of x at x is equal to 1 by e is what? E to the power of 1 by e. So option B is correct in this case. This is easy question. Most of the students solve this question easily because they have already solved this type of question in NCERT textbook. Take down. So now let us move on to the question number 35. Once again this question based on the chapter application of derivative, particularly maximum and minimum. Let us see the question in this case. F of x is given as stationary point, very important. At what point this is, find the stationary point in this case. Stationary point means what? critical points. Means what? Either maximum point or minimum point. Derivative at that point is 0. So using this condition, find the derivative of this function and equal to 0, we get the stationary point. At that point, either maximum or minimum of that function. So stationary means what? Either maximum point or minimum point. So in this case, f of x is equal to x to the power of x is given. So now differentiate with respect to x on both sides. This is standard result, x to the power of x 1 plus log x or log x plus 1, base e, it is understood. So f dash of at stationary point, f dash of x is 0. So f dash of x is 0 if this is not equal to 0, x to the power, exponential function is not equal to 0, x to the power of x, this is 0, means log x equal to minus 1. If log x base e equal to minus 1, f dash of x 0. Using this condition, we have to find out the stationary point. So f dash of x is 0. If log x base e is equal to minus 1 plus 1, 0. Now according to the logarithm rule, x is equal to e power minus 1. This implies x is equal to 1 by e. So at 1 by e, this is either maximum or minimum. This is stationary point. So answer option B is correct in this case. So easy question. Most of the students solve this question easily because they already solved this type of question in NCERT textbook. Take down. So now let us move on to the question number 36. Once again, this question based on the chapter application of derivative, particularly maxima and minimum of a function. So let us say the question in this case, find the maximum area of rectangle that can be inscribed in the circle of this. Here circle radius 8 square r is equal to 8 in this case, very important. 8 square 64. So I am not solving this question by an usual method because this is lengthy process, 5 marks question. 3 or 5 marks question in a theory examination, but I am using I am solving this question by using a shortcut method, very important shortcut method. If maximum area, we have to find out the area, the maximum area of rectangle that can be inscribed in circle of radius here, radius A, we take as A, radius A is square, that is square. Maximum area of rectangle is what in this case? Square of side root 2 into A. In terms of A is there in this case, and maximum area is so side is root 2A, area nothing but squaring nothing but what? 2a square. So maximum area is 2a square. Rectangle square maximum area 2a square. So using this condition directly we can write down the answer of this question. So rectangle nothing but what? Square. Maximum area rectangle is what? Square. Square nothing but square area is what? 2a square. A in this case A is radius, nothing but AR or whatever it may be. So required area becomes 2 into A square, nothing but 8 square 64. 2 into 64 128. 128 square units. So easy question. Using the shortcut method, this is easy. But I am solving an usual method, this is difficult. So take down. So now let us move on to the question number 37. This question based on the chapter integration, particularly indefinite integration by using substitution method. Let us see the question in this case. let us take I is equal to integration of dx divided by 1 plus e power x. So simplification, it is unknown integrand, convert into known integrand and then integration. So e power x, we need in this case e power minus x, both numerator and denominator multiply by e power minus x. So it becomes e power minus x plus into e power plus x, e power 0 1 plus e power minus x. Now differentiation of denominator present in the numerator, we need in this case minus, in this case multiply both numerator and denominator, minus e power minus x divided by 1 plus e power minus x with respect to x. So now it is in the form of integration of f dash of x divided by f of x with respect to x is equal to log base e f of x plus c. So using this formula, directly we can write the answer of this question. This is f of x, this is f dash of x. So answer of this question is I is equal to minus log of f of x, nothing but what, 1 plus, this is f of x, 1 plus e power minus x. So 1 plus e power minus x, nothing but in this case using the logarithm rule, log of 1 plus 1 by e power x to the power of minus 1, here as it is minus. So take LCM in this case, minus log of e power x plus 1 divided by e power x, here minus is there. So interchange these values, both numerator goes to denominator, denominator go to numerator, it becomes plus. So now I is equal to log of e power x divided by e power x plus 1 or 1 plus e power x is the correct answer. But indefinite integration, this is constant of indefinite integration. So log of e power x divided by e power x plus 1 plus c, option C is correct in this case. So this is easy question. Most of the students solve this question easily because they have already solved this type of question in NCERT textbook. They has this type of question in theory examination also, it carries 2 or 3 marks. Take down. So now let us move on to the question number 38. This question once again based on the chapter integration. Usually they ask 6 or 7 on this chapter in KCET, 6 or 7 question on this chapter in KCET. So particularly this question based on topic find the indefinite integration by using standard result. So once standard result is there, so using that result we have to find out the indefinite integration of this integral. So let us take I, in this case I is equal to dx divided by square root of 3 minus 6x minus 9x square. So small change is there in this case, convert this unknown integrand into known integrand. So in this case dx divided by 3 can be written as 4 minus 1, nothing but 1 square, minus 6x, minus this minus 6x can be written as 2 into 3x, 2 into 3 into x, minus 9x can be written as 3 into x whole square. So this is the formula for 3x plus 1 whole square, 3x plus 1 whole square, minus take outside in this case. So this becomes dx divided by square root of 4 can be written as 2 square minus of 3x plus 1 whole square, 3x plus 1 whole square, 3x square plus 1 square minus take outside plus 2 into 3 into 3x, 2 into 3x, 2ab. So here in this case 2 3 is 6, okay, 2ab, abb 1. So this is in the form of f dash of x. So here we need a 3, so multiply and divided by both numerator and denominator 3, 1 by 3 into 3. So f dash of x divided by square root of a square. Using this formula directly we can write answer of this question. So f dash of x divided by square root of a square minus f of x whole square with respect to x is equal to sine inverse of f of x divided by a plus indefinite integral constant c. So here in this case, when we compare these two equations, this is f of x. So differentiation of this 3, this is f dash of x. So directly we can write the answer of this question is what? I is equal to 1 by 3 into sine inverse of f of x is 3x plus 1 divided by a 2 plus indefinite integral constant c. So option in this case 1 by 3 sine inverse of 3x plus 1 divided by 2 plus c. Option C is correct. So this is easy question because NCERT direct question. All the students solve this question easily because they have already solved this type of question in NCERT textbook. They ask this type of question in theory examination also. It carries 2 or 3 marks, but here carries 1 mark in this case. Okay, so take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 39. Once again, this question based on the chapter integration, particularly indefinite integration by parts. I am not solving this question by an usual method because this is lengthy process. I am solving by using a shortcut method. Very important, wonderful shortcut method is there in this case. We know that this formula e power f of x into f of x plus 1 into f dash of x dx is equal to e power f of x into f of x plus 1. So f of x plus indefinite integral constant c. This is the shortcut method. So this can be written as, this is I, it is called as I. So now I is equal to, first we can write e power sin x into sin x plus 1. 1 by secant x is there in this case. Move towards numerator, it becomes cos x with respect to x. So when we compare these two equations, we get the required answer. So compare these two equations means what? This is f of x, this is f of x, this is f of x. Differentiation of sin x is what? Cos x. This is f dash of x. So directly we can write the answer of this question is what? I is equal to e power f of x means what? Sin x into sin x plus indefinite integral constant c. E power sin x into sin x plus c. Option A is correct. So this is easy question. All the students solve this question easily, but in a usual method I am solving this question by a shortcut method. Take down.